Hi there, Biology 105. I just wanted to quickly show you how you are to conduct your virtual lab for this week. So you'll see we're here in week 2 in your modules in Canvas. So once you're here, you want to click on the title Virtual Lab itself. It will then take you over to the virtual lab. You'll see you have this red letter trying to say that it's not working or that it's not a secure site, but just click here and the site should open for you. And so I have to allow my Flash to run. If you don't have Adobe Flash, you will have to download it in order for these labs to be seen. Alright, so we see the directions are over here. It first gives you some background information about the lab, and then it tells you what your objectives are, and then the procedure. The procedure is what you want to follow in order to complete the lab. So it says to choose a mutation to investigate by clicking the arrow at the bottom of the mutation window. And so we're first going to observe or mutation we're going to investigate is large body and long legs. Then it says click the arrow at the bottom of the conditions window and select a condition. So we're going to say large body, long legs, and a new predator is here. Then it says to click and begin the natural selection button to observe what happens. So natural selection.
5 generations later.
And 5 generations later, what takes place? So we see there are now 3 mutants and 1 normal left within the population. So we then, as it says, click on the population graph, and the population graph shows you that the normal animals from the beginning and after 5 years have decreased, whereas the mutant animals in the beginning were at 10 and now they have increased. So when you have large body, long legs, and a new predator, we see that the mutants end up surviving more than the normal. So we will close this out, and what you will do is then go to your page. I have so much going on here, and I should have done this first, where your modules are. And the first thing that you should have done for week 2 was open up the natural selection worksheet. And I'm sorry, I should have said that first. This is actually the worksheet that you will complete and then upload into your Canvas shell where it says homework, where it says natural selection lab. Alright, so here you then ask you to put in the actual data that we see. So when we look at the first one, where we have normal and a mutant, and we go back and take a look at the virtual lab, this is what it wants you to place. So at 0 for mutants, you had 10, and then 1 year, it looks like you may have had 18. Then the second year, 21. The third year, 23. The fourth year, about 37. And then the fifth year, about 39. So you're like, Dr. Walthall, why are you calling out all these numbers? It is because the numbers now go here. So for the mutant At 0 generation was 10, and then the other numbers I called for year 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 60 at year 5. So all of those numbers go here. And then looking at the graph for normal, you should start out at 0 with 50, and then move into 42, and then to 35, to 30, to 21, to 19. And so those are the numbers that will go here for normal in those generations. So that's 1A normal and mutant numbers. And now we want to check out 1B. So we close this out and we change things again. So looking at small body. So looking at 1 large body, long legs, and B. So we just did large body and A, which was new predator. Now we're looking at number 1 and B, restricted food. And so we see we have 3 normal and 1 mutant in the population before we begin natural selection with these conditions. And once we go through natural selection,
5 generations later,
I think they're funny. They're cute. You see that you have 3 mutants and 1 normal. So large body, long legs with restricted food looks like the mutants win. And if we take a look at the population growth, just like we saw with the new predator, the mutants increase. So moving from 10 on the 0 year to about 12 in year 1, about 19 in year 2, about 36 year 3, that's 26, about 34, and in year 5, 40. So you see I'm just looking at where the points are on the graph and then looking over here to find out how many does that suggest we have. So now that I've done that, you then take 1B and put in the amount of normals from the graph and the amount of mutants from the graph. Okay? And so this is what you're going to continue to do throughout this lab. So if we go back and we take a look, you'll see that if you're doing number 2 has an A and a B. And then if you're doing number 3 has an A and a B. Okay? So once we've gone through and done all of those, then you will finish out. I'm just checking to make sure that all of these have A and B. So once you've done this, you've done 2A and 2B and 3A and 3B. It's not 2C. It should be B. So sorry about that. Then you go through and you answer questions 1 through 20. Once this is complete, 23. So you're asking questions 1 through 23. Once you're done and answered, the way I would prefer you answer is that you highlighted the answer. Either the answer or the letter. And I think it's harder to highlight the letter. Either way, you want to save it with the highlighted answers. Then you want to upload it into Canvas. So once you've done, you'll come back over here. And then you will upload your document. I know I have so much going on that you all see but cannot see. All right, so you again click here, and then this should allow you to upload your assignment. And once you uploaded your assignment, it says it submit a file upload. Then that will be submitted to me, and I will be able to grade it. All right, so I hope this extra long video has helped you figure out how you're going to do your assignment. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to send me a Canvas or leave a voicemail, and then I'll answer you through Canvas more than likely. All right, thanks so much.